Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. With the name of Allah, who is very kind and merciful. Welcome to the DevOps King channel. In this channel, you will learn different tasks about the Azure DevOps. Today in lecture 2, I shall complete the deployment of Umbraco 11 on RedHatLinux 9 by using MSSQL. In lecture 1, I have explained the configuration of the RedHatLinux. Today, I shall explain the remaining section of the Umbraco deployment. Umbraco is a CMS developed in C#. If you have any query, please contact on this WhatsApp number. All the video on this channel are prepared by certified DevOps engineer. In order to search this channel on the YouTube, please search for the DevOps King. You will find the channel DevOps King. Please click the subscribe button so that you can get the notification about the latest upload on the channel. Now we shall start from the end of the first lecture. Like the last slide in my first lecture was the summary for the configuration of the RedHatLinux. Now we shall proceed to finish this Umbraco deployment. When you have configured the RedHatLinux, in order to access the EC2, when you access the EC2, then at the path it will user apply the command sudo dnf update, because dnf is the package used for RedHatLinux. After deploying this command, we shall apply the command sudo dnf install .NET SDK 7. This command will install the SDK 7 because Umbraco 11 is developed in SDK 7. When you apply this command, after that you can confirm that by using this command .NET-release.sdk. You will come to know that your SDK is installed on the RedHatLinux. After that, you need to install the runtime ASP.NET Core. For this, you will apply the command sudo dnf install ASP.NET Core runtime. When you apply this command on the RedHatLinux, after that you will confirm about the installation. You will apply the command .NET-version. Now, after the installation of SDK and runtime, you will apply some commands. Like, first of all, now we shall install the Apache server. Now we shall install the Apache server. So sudo dnf install HDP will install the Apache server. After that, we shall start the servers. After that, we shall enable the servers. In order to check that either the Apache server is running or not, we shall apply this command sudo system status HTTP. Now, the very important section of this Umbraco deployment on the RedHatLinux is to update the database connection. We shall update database connection in two files. One is the appsetting.json file and other is appsetting.production.json. These are the two files in which we have to update the database connection string. Because in the Umbraco 11 we are using MSSQL, so we shall update the connection string of MSSQL in these two files. In the first file appset.json setting, we shall write the server IP, database name, SA, and then the password of the SA. These are the connection string for the MSSQL. After that, in the second file appsetting.production.json, we shall again update the connection string of the database, because it's mandatory to update the connection string in both files. Now, in the next step, we shall upload the code. After updating the connection string in the code, we shall upload the code. We shall upload the code at this path. USR source Umbraco. At this position we shall upload the Umbraco code, and after uploading the code we shall create a app.config file, because these files are required for the deployment of the Umbraco. So at this position it will create files at the path this one. So we shall create the app.config file at this position, at this path. The exact path is this, and our final form of the app.config is this: server name, redirect permanent this one, server name this one, and the remaining configuration for the Umbraco. We know that Umbraco run on 5000 port by default. After this, after writing this configuration, we need a service. So create a service file in Apache by using the command. So now we shall create the Umbraco.service at this location. At this location, we shall create the service file at this location. So in this case, we shall, in the Umbraco.service question, we shall apply this configuration. Description, here is the, like, we shall start the DLL of the Umbraco. The DLL of the Umbraco name is jibc.web.dll. So, and the working directory is user src.gb as you have listened on the in the previous step. So these are the main setting for the Jive service. So after doing the setting, we shall go to the next step. Now we shall configure the MSSQL. In the MSSQL, make sure that in the SQL service, in the SQL Server services, all the services are running, like full text, SQL browser, SQL agent. These services should be in the running state for the Umbraco 11. Now in the next step, we shall make sure that our service protocols are also enabled. The second configuration for the MSSQL is that our protocols are enabled for this, as you are watching on the screen. The last one is make sure that in the services of the MSSQL are running on the anti-services by using the anti-services user. Like this one, you can see that these are the services. These are the services, these are running on the anti-services, using the anti-services. So make sure that your SQL server is running by using the anti-services user. So after that, restart the Apache server by the command sudo systemcr restart httpd, and at last apply the URL in the browser. You will get the Umbraco is up. Thank you very much for watching the solution how to deploy the Umbraco 11 on the RedHatLinux. Wish you good luck for your career.